Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. We are from group 6 and the members are Alda Bastin, Zahratul Aini, Maulidia Utami R, Rizky Nur Hidayah Mukhtar, and Aldita Anggun Fauzia. And here we will explain the elements of the fictional story that we have made, with the title of our story is The Witchcraft. Elements of fiction are setting, characters, point of view, mood, plot, and the last conflict.
Setting. The setting in this story is scenery and time of day. The scenery is evening, sunset, morning, and midnight. Time of day is Friday night.
And the characters are Rasya Sujatmi, Suri's grandmother, Surya, Old Man, Shaman Wedi, Kaila, Salsa, Ardi, and Juna.
Point of view. The point of view used in the story is a third-person point of view because the story uses he, they, and she. None of them use the first or second-person point of view.
The first mood is afraid, felt when Ardi and Juna saw a mysterious man walking around Rasya's house. The second mood is angry, feel when the old man spit on Rasya's face, knowing that the cause of such a Rasya condition was her own grandmother's doing and grandmother's harsh words. The third mood is sad, feel when Rasya has been an orphan since childhood. Rasya's condition is getting worse. Hear the words of Mbok Wedi, and when Grandma Suri hugs Rasya. Last mood is surprise. Feel when Rasya first experienced strange symptoms, when the group of students saw what was happening behind the hut door, and when it was known that Surya had died because of the grandmother's action.
For exposition in this story, tell about Roro Rasya Sujatmi, or Rasya. That's what people call her. She is a simple girl who lives in the faraway village that has not been touched by modernity at all. She is an independent girl who lives with a grandmother who is the only family she has. For rising action in this story, tell about a few days after the incident on an evening that feels so strange in the village. Rasya suddenly screamed hysterically in her room. She said something strange had come to her and forced Rasya to marry him. These villagers said that she was probably just hallucinating, and some mocked her that it was karma for her to turn down too many men's proposals. It happened at the age of 20.
Climax. On the way to the bedroom, suddenly their attention was drawn to the candlelight that could be seen faintly from outside. They peeked from behind the walls of Suri Grandma's house. They saw a man with a candle and some strange objects in his hands walking around the Suri Grandma's house, then towards the thick and the dark bushes. They were surprised because the figure of the man earlier was someone they knew. The man was Surya. They know about Surya because since they have been researching in the village, they have been helped a lot by Surya. They also know that Surya has deep feelings for Rasya. They also know about the news of witchcraft that befell Rasya from Surya. their prejudices are willed without being allowed, suspecting a lot of bad things about Surya.
Next, fooling action. The four of them had thwarted the ritual of the Surya's grandmother, who made Russia her victim. And yes, it turned out that it was Surya's grandmother who had caused Russia to feel pain every day after sunset. Grandmother Surya admitted that she lived a miserable life after Russia's parents' death. She had to live in poverty and raise Russia with great difficulty alone. Unable to stand being poor, she made a pact with the devil to make her rich. However, it turns out that the demon acts for Russia's condition as a sacrifice. The next resolution. After the incident, the Surya's grandmother was taken to the police station in the city because the news was spread everywhere until it reached national ears. The news was spread on the social media accounts of Kayla, Salsa, Juna, and Ardi. Meanwhile, Russia was taken to a hospital in the city to be given treatment and recovery treatment from the trauma and illness she had experienced so far. After Surya's grandmother's ritual failed, Russia's condition gradually improved. Russia's situation has never been separated from the monitoring of Kayla and her friends.
Conflict. The conflict arose when Russia's condition suddenly changed drastically. When the sun set, Russia suddenly screamed hysterically, and strange behavior appears like someone who is in a trance. But at sunrise, Russia doesn't remember a single incident and strange behavior that happens to her every sunset. Russia's condition has become a story for the villagers. So there are a lot of assumptions out there regarding the cause of Russia's worrying condition.
Okay, until we are at the end of the presentation and we have explained some of the elements found in our story. Thanks for the attention. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.